Welcome back to The Bridge on WSAV. If you're preparing to list your home, I'm sure you have a lot of questions out there because guess what? You've been sending them in to us and we're bringing them to our coastal expert, Teresa Cowart of RE/MAX Accent. She joins us now to answer some of your questions. We're so happy to have her here. Thanks for joining us, Teresa.
Thanks for having me.
So listing questions, I mean, it is a big thing when you're listing your house for sale. So in that process, should I get a home inspection before I list my home to make sure that there aren't any surprises?
You can certainly do that. Usually the buyer is going to have a home inspection themselves and you're going to find out one way or the other. But if you're concerned or maybe you just want to know, then you certainly can. But I promise you the buyer's not going to use your home inspection, that they're going to get their own.
That leads us into the next question. How can I find out what my home is worth if there are no comparable sales in my area?
It is difficult. Like, we do have situations where it is a unique property and it's hard to find a comp, but we kind of have to. Like, we can take your home and say you're 3,000 square feet and you have a pool and it's nicely upgraded, and we know that the average sales price of homes in your vicinity sell for this much per square foot, and we can certainly attach a number to that based on that. But the more pressing issue is when the appraiser comes in, once you have it under contract, they're going to have comps. And if they can't find any, they're going to call your listing agent and say, where'd you get the comps for this? So we're going to have to come up with a game plan or some rationale for why we priced it where we priced it, and not just because you think it's worth that much.
For so many years, first it was just print. You talked about a listing. Then you started seeing pictures with the listing. Now there are videos.
Absolutely.
So does it sell faster?
It does. It really does, because it helps the viewer really see the home and envision it. And there's all kinds of video. So we have people who consider, photos on a slideshow a video because it has background music, or we have someone with, a Steadicam walking through the house doing that. And then, now we have drones that fly through the house. So it just depends on the level of video that your listing agent is able or is prepared to put in the listing. But
now, is that something that the person listing the home, is that something that they do, or is it something that the realtor or that's representing you, is it something that they can help you find and get done?
The seller could certainly do that, but I use my own professional photography, and I use pretty much the same people over and over, and we have a relationship, and they know what I want to see on the end result because I know what sells. So, the seller may think that they need to take a focus on this. I've had a guy one time did pictures, and he took pictures of the faucets because he thought they were really great. Nobody cares about that faucet. We need to see the whole kitchen.
Do I really need a lockbox if every showing has an appointment? Can I just leave the back door unlocked?
Okay. Well, you could, but
I wouldn't.
Here's the thing about lockboxes, and I guess everybody doesn't understand that, is that the lockbox, when an agent opens a lockbox to get the key out, it sends an email to me that says, Susie Q at ABC Real Estate just opened 123 Easy Street. So I know that the agent showed up for the appointment, and I know which agent's in it, and I know what time they got there, so that I can get the feedback from them to give to my seller.
I never knew that. See, I'm finding out information. Every time you come and we do a segment, I find out this information. I never knew that kind of technology was going on. I thought it was just all about the key.
Nope. Well, it is about getting the key if you're trying to show the house, but for a listing agent, it's about trying to get the feedback for my seller and for myself, because I need to know what is going on, what they thought of the house. So I think they're key. I never really allow anybody not to put a lockbox on it unless they just have some strong reasoning that I can't even imagine the last time that we did that. And they're timed. So nobody can come into your house after a certain time or before a certain time. So, I mean, it's safe. We also know who's going in it.
Okay, so another viewer question. When selling, is it better to leave all of my appliances or does it matter?
I tell all of my sellers to, some appliances are required. If there's a hole for a dishwasher, for FHA and VA and other government loans, there needs to be a dishwasher in there because there's a place for it, it's plumbed for it, and they want a dishwasher, likewise stove, whatever. I never really give away the refrigerator because if you're willing to leave it, let it be a negotiating factor.
So, okay, so our final question here from a viewer. I'm selling my home by owner. An agent stopped by and asked if I offered agent protection. Now, what exactly does that mean?
It means, are you going to pay them?
Oh.
It means if I bring a ready, willing, and able buyer, am I going to be compensated? Are you going to pay me as the selling agent? Because it's a lot of work to work with for sale by owners. A lot of work because actually the selling agent is doing two jobs.
So what would you say, Teresa, to someone getting ready to list their home? What are some of the first things that they need to think about in the beginning process, to get the ball rolling? Where should they start?
Well, they should call a realtor so that they can get comps, so that their realtor can come into their home and give them suggestions, whether it be staging or repairs. We also know pretty much every vendor in town. We have our favorites, and you can usually get better pricing if you're using one of my vendors. And we can kind of help control that process because they know they're going to get paid, and they know that I expect a certain level of, work because I'm trying to sell the home. So, and they usually get to it a lot faster too.
And that's why you want to deal with Teresa Cowart, RE/MAX Accent. If you are listing your home, you definitely want to deal with an expert. Thanks so much, Teresa, for providing this information for us. It's always great to see you.
Yeah, you as well.
If you'd like more information on Teresa Cowart of RE/MAX Accent or any of our coastal experts, just check out our Coastal Experts page. You'll find that at WSAV.com.